So how do you because you said it was 9?
Yeah.
So how do you go about managing all of these, and what's like the timeline for that amount of homes?
Yeah. So my build timeline is 120 days.
For one?
All of them.
For 9?
Yeah. So for no more than 5 months, because we were hitting it bloop, 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 bloop. We're pouring 2 to 3 slabs at one time. I've got 2 crews doing the framing.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
Hold on. I don't want you to go over Tuke's head. I see
Wait,
Tuke's
I have
head.
more questions though. I got more questions.
Hold on, I'm gonna help you out here. Okay, Vanessa, take your drink of water. Okay, I need you to break down the steps now of building 9 homes at a time from A to Z, if you can.
Yeah.
So that way, they can kind of understand the flow chart of all of this, because how you was about to break it down, it would have went over their head.
Yes. So once
Remember,
again,
kiss.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
That's what I tell. I'm the stupid one. So I say, keep it simple, stupid. This is me talking to myself. And the Chick-fil-A model.
Okay.
Right. So we don't have a menu. We don't have a Jack in the Box, McDonald's menu. We don't have a bunch of items on our menu. I've got 2 floor plans.
Okay.
A 1,500 floor plan and a 1,600 floor plan. So I built 4 of one floor plan and 5 of the other. So as my trades are going, they're just duplicating the same model.
What do you mean by, I'm sorry, what do you mean by trades? You said it before too.
Oh, trades are the subcontractors.
Okay.
Yes.
I never heard that. I never heard that before, so that's why.
Sorry, like I'm coming from Texas, guys. So. I don't know what the lingo is out here.
Nah, you good. Keep going.
Okay.
Yes, so my subcontractors, and so they'll pour 3 slabs at a time.
Okay.
Slabs is foundation.
Slabs are foundation.
Hey, man.
I'm just saying. Okay, go ahead.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then you have like 2 crews, so they're just hopping from each house to each house, and they can do 2 to 3 plumbing grounds a day.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's how I'm easy to. As soon as they finish that house, they hop over to the next house. They finish that house, they hop over to the next house, and then I try to keep the finishes very similar,
right,
to not complicate anything throughout that process.
Right.
But I mean, I think it's just being intentional about being efficient.
Right. Right.
And everybody being on the same page. So timelines, and I think naturally I'm just a strong like project manager in my head.
Yeah.
So, okay, it's like a warehouse line, basically.
Yeah, the assembly line.
It's the assembly line. Slab, 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 slab. Okay, inspection. Boom. Framing.
Yes.
Inspection. Roughing.
Yes.
It's an assembly line. It's like building a car, basically. So all you guys in the audience, right? Vanessa Cole is her name, for those of you just logged in.
Yes.
She's from Houston, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. That's why she's doing 10 clips in 9 plays, right? Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yes.
So you created your own assembly line or your warehouse line for building homes at scale, and that's how you're able to do these in less than 6 months.
Think about the iPhone. You know, it's just like just Apple products in general, right? You have your core product line. Like I'm not a Best Buy. I'm not trying to put all these different custom houses. Like we would drive ourselves crazy. But we give them a sleek product. So my houses are modern finishes, sleek designs. You give the people what they want, open floor plans. So I'm like, if we can try to create the best product at the most affordable price and give it the best finishes as possible, well, then it's a win-win. And that's why they go under contract before I even break ground. So
You're selling off the renderings.
Off the renderings.
The renderings is designs, like how I show you Garland Gardens. I'm just want to just
The renderings are a
Make sure you ask for me or for, I'm
for all of y'all.
I know what a render is.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff applies to, other things too.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
A rendering is a picture.
Yeah.
Basically.
Or
an
a concept.
architectural picture
It could be a
that-
concept too.
Yeah.
That's brought to life. Yeah. So how do you how much would that like cost? Like, how much does it cost to even start something like that? Like, what are you putting up for this?
Which part?
Good question.
Because it's like 9 homes. That's like
Yeah.
What do you know?
So you have to buy the land, right? So like I said, the max I'm spending on the land is like 10 grand a lot.
Okay.
So we had to cobble up $90,000.
How much? What's like the how much land is it for 10 grand?
50 by acre, 50 by 100.
50 by 100. So what is that?
Yes.
Your house, the land that's on your house right
Yeah.
now, that's probably a 50 by 100 lot.
Okay.
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 So each lot, so then we had a private investor. I'm sure I know you talk about private investors on your channel. We had somebody come in with us, put up the money for us to take down the lots.
Okay.
And then we go to a bank and we tell the bank we need a construction loan. We need a construction loan to build all 9 houses.
Right.
And so my business partner had a good relationship with the bank, and they were like, yep, we've seen the work that you guys have done. Let's do it. And so when you go to get your construction loan, you have to submit your construction breakdown. So your
Okay.
construction costs.
Right.
So I'm saying, okay, it's going to cost me $175,000 to build this house, right?
Okay.
And you have to submit that to the bank. You have to submit your tax returns, your personal financial statement. And I tell people, if you don't have all these things, like if you're not in the position to do all this yourself, partner with somebody who is.
Right.
And that's what I did. I partnered with a general contractor in the beginning. He knew everything. He knew everything about construction. He had banking relationships. He had got knocked out in '08. I had the land, and I had city relationships. So it was a win-win.
Yeah.
Or you find somebody who is just financially strong.
Right.
And have them be the personal guarantor on your loan. And so then as you're building, you take out draws. So after we pour the slab, then we submit to the bank and we say, hey, bank, we just poured our slabs. Right. We're ready to pull that $20,000 from that slab, from that line item.
Yeah.
Can you come send your inspector out and then pay me the money so then I can go pay the trade? And then that's what we do for each stage of the process. Well, a lot of times, you're cobbling it up. So
Right.
I'm not,
Yeah. So it's like you do.
It's like phases.
Yeah.
We'll do like 7 draws throughout the entire 120 days.
Is that like what loan is like a 203K kind of?
203Ks, hard monies,
Right.
construction loans. They all, anytime, even if you're paying on cash, you should never give your contractors the money up front.
Right.
You should always pay them in draws too. And you are your own inspector, right? So even with Garland Gardens, like work gets done. Let me see. This looks good to me. Here's payment.
Right.
That's why I was in Home Depot today buying roofing materials, because now I'm the GC. So I'm GCing my own deals. So I'm trying to save money everywhere I can. So I'm going to go buy my materials now. That delivery's coming on Monday. They have to go do my roof.
Yeah.
Roof is done. I make sure all T's are crossed, I's are dotted. Here you go. Send me an invoice. Now I pay you. Let's now move on to other framing things that we got to do, blah, 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 blah. So everything's in phases.
Yeah.
So when you said, now is that per home, these loans? So do you do that all in one shot, or it's like on, like over the next couple weeks?
So we'll get individual loans, but with one bank.
Okay.
So yes. And it's important that your numbers, like we do everything in QuickBooks as well. So each house is set up as its own project in QuickBooks. And my mom works for me. She's been working for me since the beginning of the company. And I have her send estimates and actuals to my inbox every Monday on each job. And I go through it line item by line item, and I want to see what did we estimate for
Right.
this and what did we actually spend? Because I don't want to get to the end of the project and say, why didn't we make any money?
Yeah.
Because that was me
Yeah.
in the very beginning. Because a lot of times as a beginner investor, you're operating on so much enthusiasm and optimism, and you're not being a realist and you're not thinking like a business person. But you have to track those numbers. So that way, for example, on those same 9 homes, that's when COVID happened. Lumber prices skyrocketed. I was like, and I had them all under contract. And I said, dude, our company is about to fold. Like, we're going to be in the red when we get out of here.
Yeah.
And I was like, hell no. So I called the city. I said, we need a price increase. Like, here are the numbers coming from the suppliers. I need to at least increase these houses by 15, 20 grand. I contacted the lenders and I said, hey, if we increase their mortgage, the purchase price amount, what would that do to their mortgage? It was like $50, $75.
Yeah.
So I called each buyer and I was like, hey, I hate to have this call. I was like, but I'm not going to be able to finish this house if we don't increase your sales price. And thankfully, a lot of them were like, oh yeah, my uncle is trying to build a new fence. Like he's saying these prices are crazy at Home Depot.
Yeah.
You know?
Home Depot.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay. I was like, but it's not going to hurt your, mortgage that bad. But those are the things, if you're not tracking your stuff in real time.
Right. You won't even know.
You won't know.
Yeah.
And you
no
have
idea.
to be nimble. Like you have to be on it.
Yeah.
It's just, but it's fun. Like I love this stuff. I really do.